Hello guys, hello guys. Sorry about that. I didn't realize I was live yet. So give me just a second. That was just on hold. Okay, there we are. So a lot has happened today. I'm not sure if many of you guys know a gal by the name of Kathleen Moore. You know, her boyfriend's house was raided yesterday. The FBI or the law enforcement raided the house. They were also at the landfill. They found her cell phone in a dumpster at the Walgreens nearby his home. Him being Collin Knapp. Collin Knapp. And Kathleen Moore was she had a rough past. There was a little bit, there's some videos that I did. I'm not going to show you guys tonight because I was incorrect on some of the information I was reporting in those videos. But I did want you to see some things that were going on. So give me just a minute. Let me get them loaded. And I will bring those to you. I got to find. Okay. And then I asked Jonathan if I could, he was out there this morning, first thing this morning. So I actually asked him if it would be okay if I used some of this footage tonight. He gave me permission, gave me my blessing, or gave me his blessings to do so. So I'm going to start off because he was the first one there. I want to make sure that we were, that you guys can see it. Hold on just a second. Let's see if I can blow it up as well.
Morning. So, I am in front of the home of Collin Knapp. Collin Knapp lives here. This is the 7,000 block of Carmel Avenue, Port Richey, Florida. Kathleen Moore is missing. Kathleen Moore is missing. Collin Knapp, the boyfriend of Kathleen Moore, lives in this house right now. Kathleen has been missing since Thanksgiving. Kathleen has been missing since Thanksgiving, and her boyfriend lives here, Collin Knapp, and he was the last person to see her alive. Yesterday, Pasco County sheriffs were all here in front of the house, going into his home with a forensic unit. They were also at a landfill nearby, but I'm out here. I knocked on his door to ask Collin where is Kathleen. No one answered, but I'm going to knock again. And ask where Kathleen is, because Kathleen is missing and she must be found. So I'm going to knock on Collin's door here and ask Collin where Kathleen is. Collin, where's your girlfriend Kathleen? She's been missing. Her family and friends want to know where she's at. Do you know where Kathleen is? Collin, do you know where Kathleen is? Where's Kathleen? Collin, where's Kathleen? So Collin here, he owns a business called CK2 Lawn Care. Kathleen is missing. Do you know where Collin is? Have you seen Kathleen Long?
You need to leave. I'm going to call the police.
You can call the police. Have you seen Kathleen Long? Okay, thank you. Have you seen Kathleen Long? Kathleen is missing. Her family and friends are looking for her. All right, what's going on? Oh, you live here?
No, dude. Get out of here.
Where's Collin? The police are looking.
What are you going to come bother me for?
I'm not bothering you. I'm asking Collin. Where's Collin?
I don't want to be filmed.
I'm a media journalist.
I don't care. Media journalist. Read our side. You're making my dog bark. You're waking up my dad. You're filming me illegally that I don't want to be.
Where is Kathleen?
I don't want to be bothered with this shit.
Have you seen Kathleen?
No way. This is what I want. All right.
So, are you Collin? Are you Collin? Where is Kathleen? She's missing. Where is Kathleen? All right, well, he told me to leave that house. Now he's closing his garage. He says he's calling the sheriff. That's good. Where is Kathleen? Where's Kathleen? Where is Kathleen? She's missing. She's missing. All right, so I'm out here. Probably the sheriff's going to come. I have a right to knock on somebody's door, so that's fine. Where is Kathleen? Where is Kathleen? Where is Kathleen? All right, so I'll get back to you when more develop. But Collin Knapp lives here. His girlfriend is missing, Kathleen Moore. Where is Kathleen? We're going to find her. And we're going to bring, if something happened to her, they're going to be brought to justice.
So there you have it, folks. So that was this morning. And of course, we have a lot more going on than just that. But, you know, where's Kathleen? And it sounds to me, you know, since she's been missing, a whole slew of, you know, misinformation from Collin was coming out. I believe he told the sheriff originally that, you know, they did get indeed, because what had happened is the Sunday after Thanksgiving, they got into some kind of altercation early morning hours. And she FaceTimed some of her friends talking about that altercation. And, you know, the gentleman tells the law enforcement that she took an Uber. So I don't know if they found out she didn't take an Uber or what have you. Well, I believe it was a homeless person. Somebody was digging through the trash and actually found her cell phone. And it was at the Walgreens dumpster a minute down the road from his house. So that, I believe, is what triggered a lot of this going off, where they decided to go and, you know, raid his home and do some forensics on it. I'm not sure. So that's one. Give me just a second. And I got a couple more. This is Cap. There we go. Let's go up and see if they'll be willing to talk at all. Looks like he might have left, but I was up here and knock on his door anyways. There are definitely dogs inside. There's a camera up there. So the gentleman, I can hear the dogs inside. I heard some moving around inside. So he's definitely here. Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
My name is Andra. I'm with the U.S. Press Corps. You obviously lived across the street here. I know this has got to be hard, you being a woman and everything. With a,
I don't have a damn thing what happened.
you have no idea. Did they ever fight? Did you ever know if they fought or anything like that?
I didn't see her there like every day, but
Right.
They were quiet.
They were quiet. Yeah, because we heard that they had an altercation and she got in an Uber. You didn't by chance, the Sunday after Thanksgiving, see like an Uber or any cars or any activity over here? No. Okay, I appreciate your time. Thanks so much.
Is she like?
She's missing, presumed dead. They found her cell phone. The last person that saw her was her boyfriend, Collin. He's got a huge rap sheet of domestic violence convictions as well as drug convictions. And
Oh, no shit.
yeah, and so, it's.
Is he there?
I believe he is. I just knocked on the door and I heard the dogs and I heard some shuffling around inside. I will tell you, unfortunately, and it kind of sucks that you're the neighbor, but I have a funny feeling there's going to be a protest here tomorrow in front of this house demanding answers. So, we're just, I'm trying to find out if he's willing to talk, if we can, get some information, but she's been gone for weeks. Nobody's seen or heard from her family, nothing. And with his domestic violence convictions and his drug convictions and her stuff now finding its way locally in dumpsters and things of that nature, we believe there's foul play involved. So there are just some of the clips, from today, from our work that we were doing today. And so there's still some more. What is really disheartening to me is the fact that, there's no media out there. There's nobody covering this case. This poor woman disappeared and literally hardly a peep. I've tagged them in something this morning, but was unable to go live because I got it fixed now. So I can stream out in the field, but I was having microphone and camera issues on the streaming service that runs this live to everybody. So I was unable to, get this stuff out. So it's really sad because the next video is going to be, the only thing I could find posted for her. Like, there's nothing in this neighborhood. There's nothing posted that she's even missing. The neighbor right across the street had no clue. Literally had no clue. Directly across the street and had no clue what was going on, had no clue that this young woman was missing, that the gentleman across the street could have had something to do with it. Literally nothing. Knew nothing. Let me get me back up here. They really didn't even know that he was dating this girl. So, it's just sad. She's had a rough life too. She's not innocent, but she's innocent in this. There should be no victim shaming whatsoever. But he had a bad rap sheet of domestic violence and drugs. And, she had her fair share of issues too. It doesn't mean that she deserves to lose her life or be kidnapped or disappear or anything like that. It just means that, sometimes when you're in a difficult, you have a difficult problem. It seems to me that, you kind of gravitate to those types of people. And this is no different. Kathleen Moore is missing. I can tell you, when you start hearing personal property popping up in dumpsters, you kind of, can understand that this is probably not going to have a happy ending. This is in, the backyard here in Florida. This is about 2 hours away, about an hour and a half, 2 hours away from my location. So I was able to make it out there. I found out about this case late last night and wanted to get out there as soon as possible. However, Jonathan Riches is much closer than I am. So he was able to get boots on the ground first thing this morning. And, that neighbor across the street, just something's wrong. I can tell you what you're going to see here in just, I think I removed those. But I'll be showing you some photos here in a little bit, and you'll see that this gentleman has, why he was acting a fool. I have no idea. But Jonathan wasn't even over at his house, and he's pulling up his chair and saying, look, no trespassing. It's like, that's not even your house. It's not even your property. It's just, it seems to me that guy must be a friend of Collin's. It looks like, that guy was probably somebody that would be friends with Collin. Seems like there was some issues. He had some issues. He looked like he was hungover, to say the least. God knows what he's doing. But at any rate, that's kind of where we are right now. So I'm just going to go right on into the third video. I got a fourth video, and then I'll get caught up on your comments a little more, and we'll discuss this a little further. So we're here. It's Chelsea Knapp, 7478. It's 2478. Enterprise, Unit 1. Hi, Chelsea.
Yes.
Hi, my name's Andrew. I'm with the U.S. Press Corps.
Thank you.
Huh?
No, thank you.
Okay, no comment. Do you know what happened to your brother, Kathleen? Was he involved? So, I mean, we did make, a diligent effort to reach out to some family members for comment. It seems to me that the mom, which I'm about to show you next, she was very, when I spoke to her, she seemed very emotional. She didn't, she was holding it together pretty good, but, the audio is a little hard to hear. So hopefully it streams better on the computer than it did on my phone. However, she seems very remorseful. She doesn't know what happened. She didn't even know her son had a girlfriend. So, it's hard. It's hard. We understand that, people, we want to help people, and that means all people on both sides of the aisle. I know some people were a little negative about the conduct we did over at the Dirty Laundry's house, but we knew they were complicit after the fact. We knew they were helping their son. That was a little bit of a different story here. This set of parents, they don't know what's going on. They didn't even know about this woman. They're very sorry. She has a 19-year-old daughter. I mean, I can only imagine how she's feeling. So we'll go with this clip. Sorry, guys. I think I grabbed the wrong clip. Let me just, let me get the right clip on here. Oh, shoot. Oh, boy. Hopefully this is it. Kathy, where she is? You don't know anything? What about Collin? Where is he? Did he have anything to do with this?
I know maybe less than you were. I don't know.
Okay. Because, her family's missing her. Her family's missing her. They need to know where she's at. She's been gone for a really long time. We went over to Chelsea's house. It's really hard. I know it's got to be hard for you guys too.
I know this has got to be very hard for you guys too. But we just need to find out where she's at. So
We haven't seen Collin since Sunday. We have Thanksgiving.
was he drinking? I mean, because the reason why they're looking at him right now is because of his past,
I know, I don't have anything to say. I don't mean like I don't have anything to say to you like that. But
Yeah, it's definitely kind of hard to hear. I will make sure.
How long were they together? You didn't know anything about Kathleen?
As soon as we have an opportunity, we're going to try to enhance the audio on this recording as much as possible. But it's a little low. I've got a friend that's going to be working on it. As soon as I get the video with the audio cleaned up, we will make sure that that is streamed so you can hear the whole conversation.
Oh, sorry. Let me just turn my lights down just a tad. Sorry, I couldn't see the address, and once I realized it was you guys walking out of the house that I was looking for, I figured I'd just. All right. Well, do you know where he left at, or is he still? I'm with the press.
honestly, you know more than what we know. We just found out ourselves. And
So he didn't tell anybody that she had been missing, that they got in a fight, and she took off in an Uber. No.
yes, just not us because we didn't know. We don't know.
Gotcha. Well,
We know we were at our Thanksgiving with us, our family,
mhm.
our family, and that, and feel horrible all the way. I mean, I can't honestly, I can't even imagine for them, but I can't imagine for me.
Yeah,
I don't mean to.
I understand.
I'm just saying, like, we don't know anything for anything.
Gotcha.
And we've tried, we've called, as soon as we found out, we called the detective to say, I don't know anything. I just don't know. We don't know anything.
All right. I appreciate it.
I mean, for anybody.
Right.
I don't know. I'm so sorry.
All right. Well, I thank you guys. Thank you.
So that was the mom and father of Collin. And, she was very sympathetic. She can't imagine what Kathleen's family is going through. She has a daughter of her own. So I'm pretty sure, this kind of hits home to any mom of a daughter when your child goes missing. And, it's tough. It's tough. These parents seemed genuine. They seemed authentic. They really didn't know. They didn't know about her. They didn't. It's just sad. It's just really, really sad. So, yeah, I know, Carrie. Why is that guy so upset? I have no earthly idea why he's upset. I wonder if this is my my friend Justin. I love that tagline. TikTok time's up. Yes, yes, yes. Love it, love it, love it. So, hello. So complicated. No, that's not the footage from Moab. That's actually a new case that's going on right here in Florida in Pasco County. It's in Port Richey. A young woman has disappeared shortly after Thanksgiving. It was the Sunday, kind of Monday. It was around 1 a.m. That she spoke to her friends on FaceTime. Her and her boyfriend, Collin Knapp. I call him Snapped Knapp, but Knapp Snapped works as well. But at any rate, he has, tried to say that she left in an Uber and he's never seen her again. But they've located a cell phone in the dumpster near the Walgreens by his home. And so I think it sparked off a domino effect of a raid to his home. And then law enforcement went out to what was it? Why can't I think of the name of it? I am so sorry, folks. The junkyard, where they dump stuff. I've got photos. So let me just get over here to the photos. Maybe that'll help. So I just wanted to show you guys some things. I'm just going to walk you through them and then we'll go from there. So where is his home? So this is the gentleman. This is the gentleman that had the red chair that was, don't understand why he was so angry and why he was, I understand he's living next to him, but it has nothing to do with him. Jonathan wasn't even speaking to him and he was acting a fool. So that was, that was the, let me get back over here. Sorry, guys, I pushed it on the wrong screen. That was the house right there. There's Collin's house. This is where Kathleen was last seen. And this is the gentleman with the red chair. The chair obviously said something to the effect of, let me just pull myself. I took that photo from afar. I wish there was a way I need to get a different. And this is the house across the street right here. I'm going to show you guys a video here in just a second, but this is the house across the street. And the sign here was in the same handwriting as the sign on the chair. So I don't know if those two houses are connected somehow. I don't know if all three of the houses are connected. But it just basically said, don't bother if you're media, we don't know anything, no trespassing, yada, yada, yada. The only photo that I could find of Kathleen even saying that she was missing, it didn't sound like anybody knew this was going on. Oh, it was the landfill. It was the landfill I went to. So that's where we went today. I went live with you guys here at the landfill. We were there. They would not allow us to go in to the landfill. You have to be there to dump garbage, apparently, in order to get there. So at any rate, that's where we were. We went to the landfill. And again, it's just a sad story. It sounds like there was, drugs and alcohol may have been a contributing factor in this. It gives nobody the rights to harm anybody. He could have left. He could have let her leave. He could have. I just don't think this is going to end well. I think we're going to have another sad story here, folks. And this is, domestic battery is is bad. And I hope people, I find it, people that are involved in a seedy lifestyle, it just seems like it's more prevalent there because a lot of my domestic violence past was, from the people, places, and things. And it's just a sad, sad story. But here we go again. We were just not even a month ago in Northport, a month and a half ago in Northport with Gabby Petito. And here we go again. And here this is the opposite direction north of me in Pasco County. It's just sad. And what's sad, and I hate bringing this up, but, I get a lot of people in, my TikTok. I got 63,000 TikTok people on one account. And sometimes they're good. I got a lot of love. And I got a lot of hate as well. But a lot of it when we were, doing the Gabby Petito case, it's like, nobody ever brings attention to, black and brown cases and stuff like that. And, it just upsets me because here's a prime example of, a young Black woman that's probably dead. And I went up and down the streets and there was literally no media. There was no media out there whatsoever. And I hate saying it, I hate saying it, but why? Why was there no media? Why is the media hardly covering this case? Why do the neighbors directly across the street from this house have no idea that this woman went missing and he's potentially a suspect in her disappearance and or / potential murder? Why? Why? I mean, she was a beautiful woman. Whether she had a CD passed or not, it should mean nothing. It should mean nothing. It should mean nothing. She's missing, folks. We need your help. I need my web sleuths trying to strum up any information you can on Kathleen Moore. We need to get more information. We need to help her family. Her family's suffering. You know, she didn't show up to work. She hasn't been heard of from her family. She hasn't been heard of from her friends, and she hasn't been heard at work. You know, since the 29th. I mean, I shouldn't say work seen her the 29th because that was the early mornings. But you know, I don't know what her work schedule was, but nobody's seen her. She's gone. She's just vanished off the earth. So we need to help find her. You know, we need to bring her home. Yeah, it's Colin's neighbor that was all upset. Hello, great jobs being boots on the ground. Thank you guys. Thank you. Yes, Voice for the Voices, textbook domestic violence, It's just a sad situation. I really feel bad for this family. We need to try to help as much as possible. You know, here we go again. It's just here we go again. It's so sad. You know, this people don't understand. This is emotional for us. You know, this is not fun. This is not fun for us. We don't like hearing about this. I hope one day we're going to be able to come on here and have some good news. You know, we did find that one gal. You know, we had the PI reach out to us and tell us. I can't remember her name now. I apologize. I was only in the case just for a very little wee bit, but she was found safe. It was the military gal that had just lost her mom. I'm sorry. It's late at night. I'm sorry that my brain is not working so well, but at any rate, it's just sad. Yep. It just seems like everybody's hiding in this matter. You know, everybody seems to be hiding in this matter. He doesn't want to make himself available. You know, it could be because his, you know, attorney, if he has an attorney, I don't know. If he doesn't have an attorney, he needs to get one because this is not going to end well for him. I don't believe. You know, at the end of the day, I get frustrated when people don't talk, especially when they are innocent, because it can, you know, help a lot of people, you know, provide more information. You know, when you're cooperating, it shows you have compassion. It shows that you care. People can see your body language and see you're authentic and genuine. And when you hide and don't say anything to anybody, your neighbors don't even know your girlfriend's missing. It's just, it's a little awkward. It's a little awkward. It's hard to take them seriously. So we want to, you know, we really want to know what's going on with her. It's just sad. It's sad. And here we go again. It's just, I don't feel like this is going to be a good ending. So let's talk about her boyfriend, Boom Boom. So her boyfriend, his name is Collin Knapp, and he's been convicted. You know, I always talk about, you know, arrest records really don't matter to me. It kind of helps me place people where, you know, what town, what county, you know, be able to follow them. But I'm not too concerned with an arrest record. I'm concerned with the conviction record, because the conviction record is very telling. He's been convicted of domestic battery. He's been convicted of drugs. He's been convicted of a lot of ugly stuff. And so and I believe he is a felon. I don't want to go on the record 100% with that, because I really can't recall if he's a felon or if he's not. You know, I don't know if the drug arrests are felonies or not, but, you know, it doesn't really matter. You know, she's had some trouble in her past, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She deserves to be able to live her life as she sees fit. You know, if she breaks the law, she goes to jail, and so does he. But it doesn't mean that she should not come home to her family. No matter what happens, she should be able to come home to her family. And tonight, a family is missing a young, beautiful young woman that had her whole life ahead of her. And it's just another sad story. It's another sad story. Let's see what we got here. I got to say, this neighborhood was a little run down. You saw the video clip where I spoke to the neighbor lady. You know, the houses over there, you know, I'm not sure if it's a seedy. I mean, I felt comfortable in the neighborhood, but you can tell that, you know, stuff goes on in that neighborhood. I can tell you more so than not that there's some seedy stuff that goes on in that neighborhood. Some of those people, I guarantee, are good, hardworking people living there, just trying to make a buck, just trying to survive. You know, here in the state of Florida, for the people that don't live here, our cost of living is through the roof. It's not as bad as Moab, Utah, I can tell you that. But it is getting you know, it's unaffordable here. It's becoming very unaffordable here. So, yeah. So I'd like to get more information on that. Send me it. It is good news to hear that Letitia was found. We're very happy. That's always good news. We love to hear stories ending with a happy ending. Unfortunately, I just, you know, this gal has been gone way too long. Her family's concerned. When her family's concerned, they know, you know, because even for me, if I disappeared for, you know, a week or 2 weeks or went here, went there, my parents didn't hear from me. They weren't too concerned. You go, you know, I shouldn't say weeks because it was a few days, but you go a week, 2 weeks without speaking to family, they start getting concerned. And then when they find out you didn't show up to work, then they find out from friends that you had this fight with your boyfriend and all this. And then you find out that boyfriend has, you know, a bad rap sheet and has been convicted of domestic violence. And he's a big guy. I mean, pictures of him. He's a pretty big guy. I'll have to go look. I'll troll Jonathan's page and look for him because he's got the goods up there. So I might do that. Hi, Kitty May. Hope everything's going well for you. Yes, I do have an email address. For me, it's bullhornbetty@gmail.com. bullhornbetty@gmail.com. Not surprising, I'm sure. So that's my email if you guys would like to write me or have some conversations with me privately and direct. You know what? Nobody's really been looking for her. I haven't heard of anybody going out and looking for her, but where do you start, right? I'm sure her family's gone out looking for her, but where do you really start? This is not like a Summer Wells where, you know, there's acres of, you know, trees and shrubberies and things like that out there. This is a neighborhood. This is a neighborhood where a phone disappeared. Where do you begin? You know, most of the, I can tell you just from work that I've been doing that you can go into these convenience stores and everything else like that and ask them for video, but they're not going to give it to you. They've got people all around that, you know, they have media people that you have to call headquarters for. Yeah, it's a long drawn out process to get approval to get these videos from these stores. So where do you start? You know, where do you start? If you guys have some ideas on this one, I'd love to hear them. You know, this is always a roundtable, a brainstorming session with the people that watch this program. And we like to, you know, keep it open to you guys. You guys help us, you know. You guys, I can tell you all day long, I'm fielding, you know, direct messages from people with constant feeds of information for, you know, all of our cases that we're dealing with right now, including Summer Wells and Kylan Schulte and Crystal Turner. You know, we're I mean, literally, we get just laundry lists of stuff. So I want that stuff to come in for Kathleen. We need that kind of stuff. If you guys could start sleuthing, start sending me some information. Go to American Law 411 at American Law 411 on Twitter, and you can direct message me there, or you can email me at bullhornbetty@gmail.com. I'd love to hear if you guys find anything. You know, there's a lot going on. Let me just read some information that I did get. If you guys can just bear with me, I'll be reading it for the first time on here. You know, there's a friend that's close to Kathleen. She's close to her and her sister, Kathleen is. She believes that, where is it? I was reading something in here. Another thing, the media, I'm just reading this for the first time. I think we need to probably clarify this. Another thing the media needs to know is they were not boyfriend and girlfriend. They were not boyfriend and girlfriend. It was a sex thing. It was a sex thing with them. So, we need to put that out. He is not her boyfriend. The media is saying that this is coming from a very close source to Kathleen. It's coming in. You're hearing it first here that this Collin Knapp is not her boyfriend. It was friends with benefit. Maybe it was something else. I'm not sure, but he was not her boyfriend. Okay. Collin works at Kobe's Steakhouse in Countryside. So it sounds like he's got this landscape business and he works at this Kobe Steakhouse. So Kathleen was close to her sister and her, a couple more people, but not anyone in her family. So it sounded like that, she may have had some strain in her family, which is okay. Her family still loves her. So, her family is the one, some of her family has reached out to Jonathan and is communicating with him. So, they care about her. Sometimes when you're out there, you don't necessarily have the tightest connection with your family. It's just one of those things you kind of lose touch because you're so busy out there with your friends and doing things and everything like that. And again, I'm being very careful with my words because I don't want to victim shame at all. She's missing and I want to make sure that we find her. I want to make sure that she's brought home to her family. And she was still a beautiful young girl. And no matter what she did in her past, it doesn't justify what has happened to her. I'm sorry I'm sounding so dreadful in this, but it's because, if her cell phone wasn't found in the dumpster near his home, I would probably have a better, better hope for her, being somewhere, maybe partying a little too hard with some friends or anything like that. I'm hopeful. But with the cell phone showing up in the dumpster not too far from his house, it kind of takes all that hope away from me. And so, I could be wrong about this one. It just seems, so it sounds like he's driving a green Cadillac with a white top on it. We did not see that, as you know, when we were at the house. That green Cadillac with the white top on it was not there. Sometimes law enforcement repossesses or takes in possession vehicles for processing. That may be the case. We weren't there like we were with Gabby Petito, where we actually saw the raid. We found out about the case after the raid happened. So we don't know if law enforcement has that vehicle for processing. The only vehicle outside the home that we saw all day today was the truck with the trailer and no vehicle in the driveway. So, it just, if anybody sees that, if anybody's watching me that's in Florida, primarily Pasco County, if you guys see a green Cadillac with a white top, I'd like to know the location of that vehicle. If at all possible, please send me direct messages. I'd really, really super appreciate it. Also, I want to bring up something. Colin had, exterior video or exterior cameras outside of his home. And I pointed that out in my video, the very first video that you guys watched. I didn't play that video through. I didn't want to go too far because I can't remember what was all said in the end. And I didn't get an opportunity to edit that video before I brought it live to you because I just walked in the door, and I had to set up this broadcast before I could go live with you guys. And, there may be some other video because it says from Sunday night videos. Yes, definitely. I'm focused on him because it took him I'm focused on him because think he did it. Oh, so I think he did it. Yeah. From Sunday night videos, definitely. What she said. They don't know. So they were talking about the parents, and it says they didn't know her because it was a fling thing. So he didn't introduce her to anyone besides their mutual friends. Walgreens has all kinds of surveillance, so the police had to see his ass dump that phone, and the person said exactly. So, when his shift is at Kobe's and when he goes back to work, and she says, I think he might be on the run. So it sounds like this gentleman, Collin Knapp, might, and it, again, it frustrates me with law enforcement because if this is true, we have a killer on the run that was not, we were not told about that. Is he armed? Is he dangerous? Because we know with Brian Laundrie, they failed to tell the public. They put the public in harm's way and failed to tell us that he had a gun with him, and they knew it early on. And they failed. Mind you, I'm out there looking for him. He could have shot me, And if Collin Knapp has any weapons on him, the public has the right to know. When we need to know if he's on the run. So if any law enforcement, I know law enforcement, watches my stuff. They always watch my stuff. So we know that they're watching. So law enforcement, if you're watching and he is on the run, you need to let the public know. And you better let the public know if he's armed and dangerous. You need to have people out helping you look for him. Throw his license plate number, the make and model of his car up. Let's locate this guy. So that's kind of the conversation there. She's a beautiful woman. If I can just show you guys. Let me put this up. She was a beautiful woman. She needs to be found. That's the dude. Let me see if I can get it back up here. That's the dude right there. A big dude. Don't get me wrong. She looks like she can handle her own. But he's a big guy. And, depending on if she was intoxicated, she might not have been in her full power, It's just sad. Y'all. It's just sad. Again, Stacy, I don't know if he's helping. It sounds like he might be on the run. I talked to his mom and dad this evening, and they didn't know where he was. They knew nothing about this girl. They know nothing about anything. They were shocked and taken back, and this has taken them off guard as well. This has definitely taken them off guard as well. So, I feel bad for his side of the family as well. I really do. Sorry, I'm just reading stuff. Stuff is coming in. I got to read it before I can open my mouth. I don't want to read it on here. So, yeah, so that's where we're at, guys. I don't know what else to say. I wasn't able to get into the landfill. I can tell you there was no police presence. at the location of his home. When I got there, there was no police presence that I could see at the landfill when I got there. His mom and dad are devastated by this. They don't know what to think. They don't know whether he's involved. They don't know, if she's dead. She is presumed dead. She's been missing way too long. Nobody's seen her. She hasn't been at work. It's just, it really is sad, guys. It really is sad. I feel bad for her. I feel bad for her family. We want to bring justice to this young woman. Anybody with any information is asked to call law enforcement. If you don't feel comfortable speaking to law enforcement, please pass that information off to us. We will be happy to get it into the right hands. But we would really like people to participate in this young woman, finding this young woman. However we find her, we need to find her. We need to bring her home. And if anybody has harmed this woman, we need to bring that person to justice. So please look at this woman's face. If you see her or you see Collin, let me put his stuff back up here. I want you guys to pay close attention to him. I'm sorry I'm having to do this, but it's on my phone. So I have to, try to figure out which way it is. There it is. If you guys see him anywhere, green Cadillac, white top, was not in the driveway. It was not in the driveway. We're looking for a green Cadillac, white top. So if anybody has seen her or him, you're asked to call law enforcement immediately. Again, if you really don't want, we will keep you confidential. We will, get that information, that lead, whatever. We will get that over to law enforcement on your behalf if you are uncomfortable speaking with law enforcement. Okay, we're happy to do that for you. Hi, Stardust. Thank you, Voice for the Voiceless. This is why I love the peeps. This is why we bring this stuff to you guys. We bring it to you as it happens. Sometimes we get it wrong in the beginning because we're trying to get this information out. We don't have a huge team to do investigative work behind the scenes. We try to bring you accurate information. So everybody in the media has been calling Collin her boyfriend. We're finding out tonight that he is not her boyfriend. It was more of a fling. It was more of a friends with benefits, very hush hush kind of type of relationship where it seemed like partying might have been what this relationship truly was, and very sad. It doesn't mean that she deserved to have any harm come to her. So, we're hopeful. We're going to try to maintain hope that she's brought home alive. It's just that with her cell phone being found, Collin being on the run, them being at the landfill, it's sad to say that these are indicative that she may have left the earth as well. So it's sad. We've got to be careful, folks. You guys, we got to be careful. Got to be careful. This is another case just like Gabby's. Yes. But Gabby she was the fiance. We're finding out that this guy was not her boyfriend. So we have to figure out why he would have harmed her. Clearly he had motive and opportunity. Maybe it was because, if they were, doing drugs or something, maybe something came up missing. Maybe there's a lot of people that just aren't right. So if something, for example, my ex-husband, he was at a hotel and he had gotten some cash out of the bank. And I met him at the hotel. We were talking and whatever. And he forgot where he put the cash. And he naturally blamed me for the cash. It was in his truck, hidden in his truck where he hid it. So it was, in a locked truck. So it's not like I had access to it. So at the time anyways. The money was there, but he was still accusing for that few minutes, that few minutes of the shuffling around and stuff like that. This might have been a place where he may have stuck something, left something, thought she may have took it and just blew up on her because he wasn't in his right mind, maybe too much alcohol, maybe, other stimulants and whatnot. So we don't know what really happened. But what we do know is that the last person to see her alive was Collin Knapp. What we do know is that a cell phone was in the dumpster at a Walgreens near Collin Knapp's home. And what we do know is that she has not been heard of since November 20, the wee hour mornings of November 29th. Those are the facts of the case. The other stuff is all up for speculation. Was it a boyfriend girlfriend thing? Was it a drug thing? Was it they were just drunk and things just got blown out of proportion? Did they get too rough? You just never know. You never know. So we don't know what happened to her. We're hoping that this ends positively, but we can't guarantee that. Folks, we need your help. It's Kathleen Moore, Pasco County. Kathleen Moore, Pasco County. Yes, thank you, love child. Michaela Nelson, thank you. I don't know why I got so stuck up. I forgot. I couldn't. I'm just tired. Folks. So Michaela Nelson was the military gal that lost her mother. Nobody had seen her for 35 days. They found her at the Walmart. And she was found alive. That was one that we were able to bring out. We were the first to report it, that she was alive. Well, I shouldn't say that. Molly Golightly, my friend Marissa, she had the PI called in on her show. But after her show, I was, on Twitter at least, I was the first to bring that to you guys live, that Michaela Nelson was alive and heading to the hospital for a medical evaluation. So that's it. So this is a new case. Usually new cases don't have reward funds quite yet. If we don't see one soon, we will definitely prepare a GoFundMe for her to strum up some money for a reward to be offered. We don't want any of that money. As many of you know, anything that we do in cases like this, we spend 100% in the case. So, I don't know where we would even start on a reward for that, but we will sit back and just monitor the situation. Again, if we do not see a reward, we will take that into our hands and start trying to fund a reward to help bring her home. So one eye open, yes. For the best of my knowledge, there's no reward yet. So I have not personally made contact with her family, and here's why. Another team member, Jonathan Lee Riches, he's a pretty good sleuth. He was able to make contact with her sister. He's been able to speak to her friend, and he has, been communicating with them. He's closer to that area, so he, he has the relationship with them now. So we're going to let him continue to work with them. I have not made contact. The reason why I haven't personally made contact is because I have all the faith in the world. Jonathan Lee Riches, he runs circles around me and a great ally. So he's got the connection. There's no need to have these people's this family phone blowing up when he's taking care of it collectively for the team that we put together for these cases. So he has, I would say, if you've made yes, we've made contact with the family, us collectively, but me personally, I have not. So just to clarify that. This is a great idea. We're going to have to do that. So I will make sure that I relay that information off to Jonathan and see, since he's got the open line of communication with both her friend and her family member, we might be able to start putting that together and seeing where it leads us. But if Collin is on the run, I think the deal's sealed on this. She will most likely have met her demise, and he would have most likely been the perpetrator of that. So it is very sad, and I feel bad for his family. His mother her heart is broken. Her heart is broken for her family. Her heart is broken for her family. Let me clarify, hers and hers. So her heart is broken for Kathleen Moore's family. She's very sympathetic. She can't imagine, what they are going through, but she's also broken as well. She's a mother. And, I'm pretty sure at this point, mother's intuition is getting to her. I think if her son is definitely on the run, she already knows. And it's hard. It's emotional. When you have to deal with this. She has no complicity. I want to make sure that we understand that. Well, I shouldn't say no complicity. It's too early in the investigation to rule her out. But I can tell you, based upon her body language and based upon the conversation that we had tonight, it is hard for me to believe that she was complicit in any portion of this crime. They had not seen Collin since that's Sunday, November 28th, early in the day. That was the last time they laid eyes on him. So that's what was said to me. I believe her. Could she have been lying to me? Of course, that's the name of the game. When you don't want to tell the truth, you lie. So if she maintains that same story, we will know that she is being authentic and true. I can tell you she was, she was almost crying for Kathleen Moore's family. So, and she was concerned, because she had a 19-year-old daughter that's now going to have to walk through this with her brother, being a strong person of interest in the disappearance and possible death of Kathleen Moore. It's definitely going to be hard on this family. It's going to be hard on Kathleen Moore's family, but it's also going to be on Collin Knapp's side of the family. They love him, but it doesn't seem like they would be willing to stick their neck out for him. They want to find him as bad as everybody else. So it's just a sad story, folks. Just a sad story. I have to agree. So we all do. We hope she is found safe. But I'm getting doubtful too. So they were all over this house. They did a full investigation and raid last night at Collin Knapp's home. And that's how we were able to find out about it. It's sad to me that it took that for us to even hear about this case. We did not know about this case. The neighbor across the street still doesn't even know this case is existing. And it's sad. We should be bringing attention to these cases. I don't understand why media is being so silent with missing people and, potentially dead people in our county. I mean, it's just sad. We've got to change this. But you know what? We are doing our due diligence. We are bringing these cases out. We're going to bring them to social media, which we hope will spark, a national outcry, which will force the mainstream media to start airing these. Because, if they don't have popularity, if these cases don't have popularity, mainstream media doesn't get paid their millions of dollars like they did on Gabby Petito's case. The millions and millions of dollars in advertisement and other things. So, you got to think about that. People were yelling at us for being out there and thought we were making money, which I can tell you that was absolutely untrue. I didn't make a dime. I spent a lot of money to be out there, personal money of mine. And I'm not made of money, I can tell you that. And the media is sitting out there raking in millions and millions of dollars on that case. I don't recall them ever once donating to Gabby Petito Foundation. And, the uprising and the attacks against me for them thinking that, for me accepting donations to put up a nicer memorial in the front of the house was ridiculous. And 100% of those funds went into that memorial. And it's just amazing to me that, nobody has yelled at mainstream media for the millions and millions of dollars they made off that case. And the lack of even donating $1 to the Gabby Petito Foundation was sickening to me. Absolutely sickening. So I'm hoping that we can strum up some media on this case so we can get her name out there and get it across the airways, especially if Collin Knapp is missing. We need to get his license plate out there. We need to get the make and model of his Cadillac out there. And we need to get his photo out there. Should be plastered on every freaking TV across the United States right now if we feel he's on the run. I'd like law enforcement to come forward and let us know whether he's armed and dangerous. So the best way to contact me is, well, I should say I haven't been following. You know what? I get so many messages all the time. It's hard. I try to follow everything. So let's try Gmail being the first, or just tag Gmail and send me a direct messenger and Twitter. I try to look at these things, but I'm working all day, so it's really kind of hard. Why don't you send me, why don't you send me an email or direct message, and I will send you my phone number, and then you can text me. Texting is the best way to get a hold of me, but as you can imagine, I would never put my cell phone number on a podcast by any stretch of the imagination, but I will give you my direct cell phone number so we can chat and we can communicate in the future. All right, see what else we got going on here. Oh, thank you, Darlene Smiles. Yes. I try to do as much as I can when I can. Thank you. No, shortly after that, I didn't comment, even though they may have direct messaged me. I didn't give them any information. We did, we always vet people. And when like Voice for the Voiceless, I know her. I've known her from Molly's page. So I'm happy to give her my information. I will confirm that her contact information is the right contact information. Our contact person, make sure she's, we vet people. We just don't give out our personal details. And I appreciate you guys covering my 6. I really do. So the last known location is at Collin Knapp's house. That is the last known location for her. He is the last person that saw her alive. There are reports that he stated that he acknowledged they did get in an altercation, and she left by Uber. She left by Uber and he never saw her again. That was the story. Yes, law enforcement will be getting these. We will not. So that's why we hit the ground. We try to get as much information from the community as possible so we can run our own investigation. I could tell you, honestly, law enforcement does not help us in the least. So you got to think, when we bring you information, it's 10 times harder for us to get it than it is for law enforcement. Law enforcement just shows a badge or a warrant and they got the information. We literally have to do boots on the ground, full-fledged investigative work to locate leads and information to bring to you guys. We don't get, we don't get special privileges. I did show you guys a picture of him earlier. I'll show you guys a picture of him here in a little bit. I've got to download it. I might do that. Well, I can't. I'm using both my screens, and I don't want to take her picture off my screen, but I will show you back on my phone again. All right, Voice for the Voiceless. Enjoy the mechanic. Hopefully he's a good one. Yeah. Oh, Martha. Oops. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We're happy to have you. Happy to have you. So. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot to tell you I've been having computer problems. I didn't tell you whenever I went to Moab for Kylan Schulte and Crystal Turner, the airfare, the Southwest, when I checked my bag, ended up dropping it and smashed the side of my computer in. So there's been some technical issues that I've had with this computer. So I apologize about that. I'm glad that this thing kept running because I was wondering if I was going to have to start a new one, and I hate doing that. So hopefully, sorry, I'm trying to get my second screen back up. I got that. So sorry about that. I'm trying to get all this stuff out of here. There we go. So all my stuff just went in just dropped off. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. But if it does, I don't know what to say. Let me get her photo back up. I want to get her photo back up. We need her photo up, 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 up. So frustrating when this kind of stuff happens. There we go. Let's get her back up. There we go. Yay, we got her back up. Okay, so that's the girl. That is Kathleen Moore. We need your help. Kathleen Moore. Okay. Yeah, let me go back. I got lost. Wow, we have a lot of comments. Yep, nobody deserves that this time of year. So I'm trying to read through all the comments, you know. I am going through them. Let's see what it says. Oh, Kathleen's sister's here in the chat. Thank you for being here. We're trying to bring attention to, you know, your case, your sister's case. You know, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be hard or offend you in any way with my observations and stuff like that. I just want answers. I want to help your family. I can't imagine what you guys are going through. I really can't. I just, it's sad that this is even going on. So I'm glad you're here. Again, I am here in Florida. I was in Pasco County today. I was at Collin Knapp's home. Uh, we went out to the landfill. I went to Walgreens, but realized I was at the wrong Walgreens. So I did a whole recording before I realized that it was the wrong Walgreens. So hopefully tomorrow I'll get back there and can try to, see if anybody saw anything. I'll have to check to see if it was open 24 hours, if law enforcement has come there, which I'm pretty sure and pretty confident that they have. So, hi, I'm Andra Bullhorn Betty. I will be out tomorrow in front of Collin's home. Doesn't sound like he's there. He may be on the run. So, guys, I do appreciate you letting me know that she's in here. So, let's see. Perfect. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. We will definitely be praying for your news. So I take it Shalina. If I'm saying your name right, I do apologize. I'm not trying to butcher your name. Shalina. Anyways, I just want to tell you, our team, our hearts go out to you and your family. It really does. We are going to do whatever we can to try to get some answers for you. In a case like this, it's hard. His parents know nothing. His family knows nothing. We need to get, and maybe that's something that my sleuths on here can start feeding me, is I need to find out who his friends are, who he hangs out with, who likes his posts the most. Those are the types of things I need. So for my sleuths, start sending me some information related to, some of his close friends. We need to contact them and find out what they knew of this relationship. The people that hang out with him the most. We want to see what kind of relationship they had in front of them. We need to find out this. Any information could really go a long way in our aid in this case. Gotta say, this is really getting frustrating. So anyways, I am going down. My computer has never done that before, where it's two. It usually is once a day. This thing has gone down today like 4 or 5 times. I might have to get myself a new computer. I'm dreading it. Southwest needs to pony up the dough because they ruined my computer. And I filed a report the day I got back. As soon as I pulled it out of my bag and saw the whole side crushed in, I went ahead and called it in. But anyways, let's just see what else we have. Let me get her back up. I don't know if I'm going to crash again, folks. The rest of this broadcast without it falling again, without it crashing, my system crashing. I'll be cleaning up my computer soon. I got to get all this stuff off of it. Just bear with me. Bear with me. My computer's running very slow, so I'm going to have to do something with it. We'll see. Here, where's my photo of her? There she is. Sorry about that, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And it doesn't matter, it just doesn't matter. She doesn't deserve to have harm come to her at any rate. A lot of people don't realize. I mean, there's people that have been on my show. Let me get back to this. There's people that have been on that have been following me, for some time now, and they know my past. My past is very checkered. I've got, I had a lot of issues, a lot of abuse in my life, drugs. I'm a recovering addict. And I like to bring that up as much as possible, because if I can help one person, I've done my job. So, I try to say things delicately. Sometimes I'm very blunt and open and honest, but I always want to be very careful when it comes to victims of crime, that they are not, nobody is shamed. Sometimes you just have to, tell it like it is, but there's a way you can tell it that's not, ugly, that doesn't, cause shame, but, sometimes that background does help. So I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that. And some, I gotta say, mom's intuitions are pretty spot on, and it's hard. It's hard. It's very, very hard. I can't even imagine the gut wrench your mother is feeling right now. I just can't imagine it. But if she has met her demise, our focus needs to be on making sure that she gets justice. And, we need to broadcast this as much as possible. And it breaks my heart, because we're so involved in these cases and they just never turn out well. They really don't. It's sad. I keep saying sad over and over again, like there's another word for sad. I mean, there's just not. It's horrible. So we need to find her. We need to find Kathleen Moore, wherever she's at, however she's at. We need to find her and bring her home to her family. And I'm very sorry for your family. I really don't. I know I'd love you guys to keep hope, but at this point, it's hard. It's hard. I got to tell you, for me, it's hard. So I pray she's okay. I pray she's okay. But I'm sorry. I'm there with your mom. I really am. And I know that's a hard pill to swallow. And I'm very sorry. I'm so sorry for you. I'm so sorry for your family. I can't imagine. I can't imagine. So. I don't know what you mean. Can I erase the mess? When I open, I don't understand what you mean. Can I erase the messages on the live? My only options are to put people in timeout and to block users. So I can't erase any messages in here, but I can tell you these messages that are in this on this side they go away when it posts. At least I can't find them. I could be wrong about that. You may have to reach out to me on Twitter, and we can do like a Zoom call or something like that. And you can show me some stuff, because to be honest with you, I use StreamYard, as you can see, and, just learning how to get this page up and running properly. There's just a lot of things I don't know how to do. So I do apologize about that, but we've only been operational less than a week on this page, and we're already over 1,000 viewers. So we will, I will look into it and see what I can do. I understand, but everybody in here is able to read them. my last lives, the comments did not go over to the last live. So I could be wrong, but if you go back and look at them, I think that all these comments disappear, but everybody in this chat can see all these comments anyways, and they're being broadcasted in a chat with all these people. So, it is what it is tonight. I'm really sorry about that. You guys know me. If I can do something and accommodate anybody, I absolutely would, without hesitation. So this is just not something I can accommodate tonight. I will look into it though. Okay. Well, just to let you, so like I say, everybody in here is here, I hope it's not anything I've done. I know it's probably irritating because you're probably being, you're not getting information from law enforcement like you should. You're not getting a lot of things that you need to be getting. You're just in the dark. I believe that you guys are in the dark because I see this far too often where nobody is told anything. You guys just have to, suffer and suffer with no information. And that's why we do what we do, is because every tidbit of information we bring out to social media. So as soon as we get it, you guys get it. And, if it's law enforcement withholding information, if we find it, we'll broadcast it. Depending on what it is, if it's really going to affect the integrity of the investigation, where it's going to hinder law enforcement, we will not do it, for the victim of the crime. Okay. So if we know that something that we're going to do is going to affect justice for the victim of the crime, we will not broadcast it. We will not, we will let the family know privately, but we will not broadcast it publicly. That I can promise you. Everybody should be doing this anyway. Right here. Everybody should be doing this anyways. This day and age, folks, you cannot, you have to check everything. We live in a crazy world. We live in a crazy world. Okay. I mean, right now, we have Gabby Petito that was with her fiance for several years, went to school with him. He killed her. It's a person she trusted and loved. This young woman trusted and I won't say love, but trusted the person she was hanging out with. Trusted the person she was hanging out with. And she was not, she was this case is just ringing off alarm bells. And I just feel that this is not going to end well for her family and or her. I just feel that, it's, I'm trying to be very respectful because we do have family member in here, and it's gotta be, I can't imagine the gut wrenching feeling that they're having. And us, I know they're thankful that we're bringing this broadcast out, and, my broadcasts get, hundreds to thousands of views. And that's just on one site. And then it goes to Twitter. It's going to be, parsed down and go out on TikTok. And we really kind of bring a broad base, and a viewership to these cases. And then, of course, once Olivia gets her hands on it and she makes something, like, she's got millions of people that can see it. And I'm sure people may be live streaming this right now. And under normal circumstances, I may care, but under this circumstance, I don't. Live stream the crap out of this. If you guys want to send this out, send it out, pass it around. We need to bring justice. We need to find her, and then we need to bring justice to anybody that hurt her. And that's what we're doing. So let's get this out. I need people giving me information. If you know her friends, know her whereabouts, know who has spoke to her last, which I'm pretty sure her family does. But you never know. You never know. We found a lot of information in Moab that we didn't know, and that law enforcement didn't know, nor did the family know. So just keep peppering us with information if you have it. I'm not going to be able to check it tonight, unfortunately. By the time we get done with this podcast, I'm going to be exhausted. I've been going and running all day. I literally have only eaten one meal today, and I was lucky to have that little bit. I haven't even got through a full pot of coffee, which if anybody knows, I usually don't walk out of this house without 2 full pots of coffee in me. That's what keeps me going and keeps me on my toes. So, you know, we've been hitting the streets and working hard today. We want to help Kathleen Moore's family find her. We need all the help we can get. So please share the heck out of this video. She is a young woman in Port Richey, Pasco County, Florida, that was visiting what everybody wants to refer to as a boyfriend. We're finding out he was not a boyfriend. He was more of a fling, you know, more of a person that she hung out with, maybe partied with. You know, at the end of the day, nothing she has done should result in any injury upon her. She is missing and has been missing since November 29th. She hasn't showed up for work. Her friends haven't heard from her since the FaceTime that they received around 1 a.m. on November 29th. And her family, friends, and work have not seen her. This is uncommon for her, for nobody to have heard from her. So it, you know, her family's suffering. This is not looking good. So anybody that has any information, any friends, we really want to find, let me get his picture back up on my camera so you guys can see him. If I can get this, let me take this one down real quick. So let me get that over. Let me get that down. That is him. That is Collin Knapp right there. Collin Knapp. We are looking for any information. Please, please, please call law enforcement. If you don't like speaking to law enforcement, reach out to us. We will give any information, any and all information to law enforcement on your behalf. That right there is Collin Knapp. He is wanted in connection with Kathleen Moore. Okay? I need all your help. We want to find out where he's been, what he's been up to, where he spends money at, where he goes, if he's on drugs still. We want to know everything. We want to know his mentality. We want to know how he acts when he's intoxicated. We want to know every little detail about Collin Knapp. So if anybody has that intimate information about Collin Knapp, we want to know. We want to know. We need to know how he behaves. We need to know his behavior patterns. We need to know everything. It's plausible. You know, that's the bad thing about lives. People get some information, but that's okay. You know, law enforcement also watches my page. So if he's on here, you know, they can get that information. They can review. I'm sure they have techniques that they use and deploy, especially for things like this. So hopefully he is on here. Hopefully he is watching. You know, we just don't know. Okay. I can tell you the people that we've talked to that know Kathleen Moore have not talked ill about her. You know, they have been, you know, forthcoming and honest for the most part. But, you know, we do try to keep some of that stuff from the public eye. We don't want to victim shame here. We want to make sure that all victims get justice. It doesn't matter about their past. It doesn't matter about anything. No matter what you do in this world, you don't deserve to be harmed. There's nothing you can do. You can be kicked out of a house. You can get an Uber home. You never talk to somebody again, whatever. There's nothing anybody can do that they deserve any kind of harm upon them. We do not want any violence. We we are protesting against domestic violence and against violence in general. Violence should not be used. We just this day and age, walk away, man. Just walk away. There's no need. This nonsense with people beating up on people, people harming people because they don't like what they say, they don't like what they do. What is wrong with you? This is America. People can do and act as they please. If you do not like it, you have the right to stay the hell away. You have that right. You don't have to hang out with them. You don't have to be around them. But you don't have to hurt them. You don't have to hurt them. My heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to you and your family. Sorry, I'm still reading through here. We got quite a few. Messages in here. I can tell you honestly that I've been keeping up with the messages a lot better than I did yesterday. I think I made it through like a whole hour of this show, and then all of a sudden, I realized I had all these comments, and it took me another hour to go through them. It just seems like that seems to be the case, but I caught up with them pretty quickly. So, I can honestly tell you that I am a sinner, and I was able to turn my life around, and there's a lot of people caught up in there, and I can see how easily it is to get, there was people I hung out with that, now I look back upon and said, something could have happened to me very easily. And it's sad. Even now I still put myself in a lot of danger. Right. So it's sad. It's sad. So thank you, Carrie. Carrie, the mod for me. I'm still trying to figure out. I haven't even had time. I was supposed to do that today, is find out how to add my mods on here, because it's really, really hard with the level of program we're running with all the comments. I appreciate them all. I appreciate all of them. I really do. It's great. So let's see. You can allow live replay option before going live. Okay. Well, I don't do that yet. Oh, and as far as her friends saying anything, they didn't say anything. They just said that there was it was a one-line sentence, basically, that there seems to be a problem, and I'm sure it probably has to do like for example, when I was out there, I never talked to my family. It was very stressful because they saw, everything I was going through, and they were trying to help me, and I didn't want help. So that's just what I had assumed. But it was really a one-line sentence that, she didn't really. Let me just read it. Well, I don't want to read it on here because I don't want to cause you pain or anything like that. That wasn't the crux of it. But she just said that she wasn't really close. She just basically said that she wasn't really close to anybody in the family. That was the only comment that was made. She didn't say anything bad or derogatory. I don't even know if that's true or untrue. I just assumed when I read that statement after seeing her background and whatnot that, maybe her lifestyle had played a role in it. I didn't really pay too attention to that at all. I know the family loves her. Nothing takes the love of a family member away. So that's why I didn't focus too much on that. I didn't mean to bring you pain or any heartache. It was just a one-line sentence. They didn't go into detail. They didn't drag. They didn't allude to any name calling or anything like that. It was just a one-line sentence because we ask these questions, and we deal with that. For example, when we interviewed Cassie Laundrie outside of her house, she indicated that she wasn't close with her brother. Her brother was 9 years different with her, difference with her, and her brother lived at home with her parents. And for you not to be close with your brother, that tells me that there's some kind of family dynamic there that that had some issues. Because if you were close with your mom and dad, you'd naturally be close with your brother because you'd always be over there, et cetera, et cetera. It happens in every family. I can honestly tell you that my father and I, you'll hear me talk about my father in very good light. In most cases, there are some things, but my father and I don't talk very much anymore. My Uncle James died recently, and I saw my father at his funeral. And my father has come over here one time since then, but 10 years previous to that, I never saw my dad. And it's because of the lifestyle I had chose to live. And I kind of, pushed that part of the family out. And, after that, I, got better and changed a lot, changed people, places, and things, and just really tried hard to change myself, and just get on the right path and get on the right path with God. So, even now with everything I've accomplished, I still don't see or speak to my father. So I understand that. So I don't know if it's true, but it's not like it's something that I frown upon or look down upon or anything like that, because everybody's family. Oh boy, still going down, still going down. It's killing my viewership every time I pop off here. But anyways, that's just what that's just where I stand with that. So hopefully you guys got it. Oh, voice for the voiceless. Are you on a date? I understand. I understand, but don't, at this point in time, it's easy to get angry, with everything going on in your life. And I'm not going to tell you how to handle something like this, because there's nobody that can. And again, I'm very sorry to you and your family, and not trying to cause heartache, but I am trying to get her message out there. And, we bring the information that we have, and that's what we bring to this channel. So I do apologize if anything is offensive or anything like that. It's not my intentions. Oh, thank you. We will be safe in Tennessee, I promise. I promise we'll be safe in Tennessee. Okay. There's always two sides to every story. Absolutely. Amen to that. You don't know the dedication of voice of the voiceless, do you? She's a diehard. She's a diehard. We're thankful to have her on this channel and monitoring it. I love her. She's great on Molly's channel. I enjoyed being on a panel with her. She's good people. She's good people. So that's awesome. It's awesome. I appreciate that. We just want to, guys, I'm going to probably start cutting this short because my computer is, I think I'm going to have to restart the computer. It's been acting a full, it never pops off as much as it's popped off here lately. And it's just a little concerning for me. I think it just needs to be reset, and hopefully we can, get it reset, and hopefully I won't have these problems tomorrow. But I did put a lot of files on my computer today, and may need to, let me get over here. Okay. Sorry about that. And hopefully tomorrow we won't have these technical issues. I may need to clean the computer. Voice for the voiceless and her date. I'm Bullhorn Betty, date. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Hi, True Crimes. I love to do a video. I really do think we need to take a collective, we got a lot of open cases, and I know you probably do too. I think we need to do a video of all the missing persons and open cases, and do a show on it, because this is getting out of hand. Like, well, I didn't realize how bad it had gotten. It's gotten bad. It has gotten bad. But we need, there's so much out there. We've got to help where we can help. And, I think we need to get with some other groups and just do a couple hour video discussing every case we all have, bringing attention to it on a social media platform that's large. We'll, get together and just make a program about them, because I know a lot of us, we work some of the same cases, but we also have other cases in our areas that aren't getting much publicity, that I wouldn't know about, that may be going on in Pennsylvania, or, for example, in Tennessee and stuff like that. So, I'd really like to maybe look at something in the future of us collaborating and getting some other organizations, other, YouTubers and Twitters and TikTokers together and do a live show, showcasing the cases that we have collectively and the cases that we have independently, and try to get all of them out there in the national spotlight, if at all possible. That would be, I think that would be beneficial to everybody. So if it's something you'd like to collaborate on, you can email me at bullhornbetty@gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you and start brainstorming about collaboration like that. All right, guys. Well, we're getting down. We've been on for some time. I've already went down a few times. So, yeah. So, yeah, absolutely. I agree. So I'm definitely up for, collaborating and seeing what we can do. I mean, we're all kind of in this together, and we try to bring as much spotlight as we can to these cases and help the families. For a lot of folks that don't realize, a lot of us, we spend hours upon hours. For me personally, I know, and many abroad, it's tough, it's tough, but we do what we do because if we have a calling. For me, it is a calling, and I wouldn't say I enjoy this work. I just feel that I do good at this work. I love helping people. That part I enjoy. I love giving the voice back to people. I do love that portion, that aspect of what I'm doing. What I don't like is I don't like hearing. I wish I didn't have to be here. I wish I didn't have to be here. I wish my name wasn't Bullhorn Betty. I wish a lot of things, but that's just not what's been handed to us. But what has been handed to us is an opportunity to do good things and help people that need help, that can't or don't know how to get the word out, and that's what we are able to help them with. So anything that people are out there in, social media land can do to help this family, please do. Again, I realize that there may be some people that do not want to deal with law enforcement, that may have some vital information that they can share with us. We will be happy to relay that information over to law enforcement on your behalf, so you do not have to get involved. Anything that we can do to help and to provide information to find Kathleen Moore or find the people that have harmed her in any way, I am happy to facilitate that. So please, and everybody knows who the team is that I work with the most. It's Jonathan Lee Riches, it's Olivia Vital, Chronicles of Olivia, Marissa, which is Molly Golightly, and of course me, Andra, which is Bullhorn Betty. And, you can reach out to any of us and provide information. We speak on a regular basis, and we're happy to help. Whoever you feel comfortable with talking to, reach out to them if you have any information on Kathleen Moore, please. This family has suffered enough. They need answers. It's time to provide them the answers. Once again, law enforcement is keeping everybody silent, keeping lips sealed, and it's a disservice to the family. It's a disservice to the family. I realize that there is some integrity issues and they have to be very careful with what is said, but it doesn't mean that they can't say anything. So I really like law enforcement to be a little more sympathetic to the families and provide them something. Start providing the families something. If it doesn't affect the integrity of the investigation, give them the information. Give them the information. So... All right, True Crimes. Thanks. Yes, please email me. Please email me. I have to admit, so do I. So do I. Actually, it's funny because I was doing, well, it's not funny. I mean, these are sad cases, but, talking too much. I always send my interviews over because Jonathan's done investigative journalist work for years. And so when I get these videos, that's why he's the first to really come out with the videos, is because whenever I do the videos, I send them over to him, usually because I'm on the road and can't get them out myself, while driving. So he gets them out and tags me in them. But I also have him review them because he always gives me pointers. And I think the one bad side of me is when I'm asking questions, it's like I got so many things going on in my head that, I'm asking questions and then I'm either not letting him answer the question that I asked and going on to another question, or when I think they're done, I'll start talking to them and they're not quite finished. So I got to watch that because, we need to get the information and I'm trying to help the case, not hurt the case. But it's something that, it's just one of my perfect imperfections, right? It's my perfect imperfection. So, I'm sorry to hear that. But you know what? We all got here because of something. We all got here because of something. And, it's kind of funny because I never in my wildest dreams thought my mouth would actually be beneficial, especially after being told my whole life I do myself a disservice. But we have, so we are going to just keep working on this. I've got a lot of leads starting to pour in on this case. I've got to review them, and maybe we'll talk about them tomorrow. But we're going on to 2 hours, so I'm just going to finish up quickly through the the messages and comments. And Shalena, if I'm saying your name right, I'm glad. But thank you for coming on. It doesn't sound like there was a whole lot of information that was provided to your family in here that could be beneficial or help. But that doesn't mean that this is it, because once this closes out and it's disseminated across the, people retweet them and share them and everything like that, doesn't mean that stuff isn't coming in, and people are already reaching out. We already got our web sleuths and social media sleuths sending us stuff. And, we are working on this. I can promise you that we are definitely working on this. And, this is, it's sad. This is one of many cases. I'm glad we got an opportunity to showcase your sister on here, because I just feel, with more eyes on this case, the better chances, the more leads that will come in, whether it's to us or to a law enforcement. But this will be shared. This will be shared by many, many people will see this. Everybody in this chat needs to be sharing this. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Twitter, please retweet, please share. We need to get answers for Kathleen Moore. Her family is suffering. She's been gone far too long. Any answers? We need any answers. We need any help we can get. And hopefully we can get some information to your family and to law enforcement by this program. Oh, gosh, bless your family. I'm so sorry. I'm reading this stuff about your dad. I'm not going to put it up on here because, like I said, I believe all these comments go away once I end the broadcast. And I really, I'm going to be cautious of what I post. I agree. I absolutely agree. I tagged WFLA and another one. I did see a small piece aired about her today. So that's a move in the right direction, especially since this morning when I went out there. Well, Jonathan was out there this morning. I was out there this afternoon, and there was no media, folks. There was no media out there. We had literally nobody canvassing the neighborhood, nobody trying to get the story out, nobody. It was heartbreaking for me. I actually went live on TikTok expressing my frustration with the lack of media presence out in front of this gentleman's house, talking about Kathleen Moore. This is happening right in my own backyard, 2 hours away from my home where I'm sitting right now. And it just breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. So I understand, Shalena. I understand. There's always things going on behind the scenes. But I want to tell you guys, I love you guys. I think you're beautiful people.